A tip to News 13 may shed light on a big issue that's hurting local senior citizens.
Yeah, some are losing hundreds of dollars because of a change in Medicare benefits. News 13's Frank Carboni's here with tonight's reality check.
Frank, people may be losing money because of a computer glitch.
Well, that appears to be the case, Darcel. We were tipped off to this problem after sharing the story of a local woman who lost her state assistance for Medicare premiums.
This right here was a shock.
Beatrice Gail Elkins couldn't believe it. Social Security informing her in this letter the state would no longer pay her Medicare premiums, docking her check more than $300 the next month and more than $100 every month thereafter.
And I said to the guy at Social Security, my word, that's a lot of money at one time.
But she wasn't alone.
I'm like, oh my God, we're not the only one this happened to.
Vanessa Dannenburg and Abe Ezekowitz of Waynesville were among a handful of people who contacted News 13 after our story aired with the same problem.
I thought to myself, how many other people had this happen to them?
But unlike Beatrice, they were able to get help at Haywood County Social Services, where workers were able to reverse an eligibility error in the computer.
The first thing we are going to do is we're going to research our case in NC-FAST. We want to check and double check and make sure that all of that information looks accurate.
Beatrice says Buncombe County Social Services couldn't help her. When we contacted State Health and Human Services officials, they said her problem was likely caused by a change in benefits eligibility. I contacted Buncombe County Health and Human Services, but they refused my request for an on-camera interview. But an anonymous informant from inside the agency was willing to share details in this letter, calling the state's response a cover-up. The letter says, quote, there's been a lot of cover-up of computer problems with the NC-TRACS and NC-FAST systems. This time it is too much. The informant also sent this internal memo, which informs staff the state is aware of the issue and that they're hoping to have communication soon on what to tell clients.
Ultimately, who helped us get it fixed was Social Services in Clyde.
Abe and Vanessa say a social worker in Haywood County somehow reversed the error.
She wasn't really sure. She couldn't figure it out either. There was just simply no real reason for it to have actually happened.
The computer says everything's okay when you look at it.
Correct.
Allison says review of complaints from at least 9 other Haywood County residents who got the same letters showed the NC-FAST computer system gave no indication their eligibility had changed.
Well, there's obviously a breakdown somewhere.
Haywood County says it reported the problems to the state. A few weeks later, Social Security sent Abe and Vanessa this updated notice saying North Carolina will pay their Medicare medical insurance.
They've helped us so well, and I'm like, finally, a government agency that actually helps us.
This last week, Beatrice Elkins says a Social Security worker told her it was caused by a computer glitch. We contacted the State Department of Health and Human Services by email and phone inquiring about a possible problem with the NC-FAST, NC-TRACS system. I received an email late today saying DHHS is looking into it, and I will share their response with you just as soon as we get it. If you have an idea for a reality check, you can email me at realitycheck@WLOS.com.